Hi, this is Lauren Cheek from Laurenicopia, coming to you from beautiful Tucker, Georgia, and Atlanta. Let me show you what's happening outside. Azaleas are blooming. It's raining today, so I don't have to do any work. And I'm not working right now, as a lot of you are not, and a lot of you are working from home. But azaleas are coming in because it's spring here, the weather's heating up, red buds are blooming, and I am growing a mega beard. But also what I'm doing is I have a 3/4 acre yard, so I knew this was coming because I've been watching since January 9th, and I knew it was inevitable, so I saved up about 2 months worth of money and some food and some things gradually over a couple of months, and I went out and bought a bunch of vegetables and flowers. So, I've taken my front yard. This is one of the sunniest spots in the yard, and I am putting in a vegetable and flower garden, and I already started this earlier, which is irises and gardenias and crepe myrtles and roses and azaleas and nympphida and lilies and other stuff like that. So I've got everything groomed back, and I've got my work cut out for me, because not only am I going to do things inside the house, I've been working on that all year, I have some touch-ups to do, but I've created a garden where I've got corn. I'm going to grow corn, beans, and squash, Native American fashion, the Three Sisters. And then I've got a spot over here in the shade. I'm going to grow some lettuces and radishes and things over there. In the full sun, I have roses and various different types of irises and things that'll be blooming in a couple of weeks. And then out in the middle, I've created a bed for carrots, radishes, onions. And then in this bed right there, I've got growing, not germinating yet, but I planted them. 2 different types of eggplant, more onions. And then I've got more stuff to plant, like acorn squash and stuff like that. So I've got another bed here I haven't planted, a bed over here I haven't planted. But over there, by the bench, there's a spot of sun, and watermelons are space hogs, and so are pumpkins. So I put 4 watermelon plants in that space so they can sprawl all over. Maybe I'll have some watermelon later in the summer. And then up here by the little gnome homestead that you see there in the distance, I put pumpkins, so they'll trail out into the yard. And then behind this planter, I've planted a staggering garden of various different types of flowers. And I'm going to give you a real quick look before I shut this video off to give you, hello cat, give you an idea what I'm planting. So over here I've got all the squash I'm going to plant. I've got just various different types of carrots. I've planted cabbages. I've planted onions, radishes. I'm doing lettuce. I haven't done them yet. I've done some cucumber. Cucumbers are a little bit of a space hog. Eggplants of 2 different varieties. Pumpkins, watermelon. Different types of tomatoes. These I have not planted yet, but these are going to be staggering height somewhere in the garden. And then this I planted yesterday. And these are in order from tallest to lowest. They're, delphiniums, purple coneflower. These are cosmos. And then in front of those, I planted zinnias. And then in front of that, I planted forget-me-nots. And these are going to be, I have more of these seeds, so I'm going to spread them out also further around the yard. And then up here, I have impatiens and zinnias to plant in my pots and my window boxes. And then I have another set that I need to plant. I've also got some cantaloupe I planted out way in the back, because they're a space hog, just like the watermelon. But anyway, so I'm farming, because who knows how long this will last. And it would be nice to have some fresh produce And it would also be nice for like my other wait staff, who all of us are unemployed now, to have some free food at some point. Because it may not be that food's not available, and maybe we just don't have money to buy it. So there you go, from Cheek Farm, Lornicopia.